Little Flower Basilica is an iconic element of the San Antonio skyline. It's significant spiritually, historically, culturally, and architecturally. Little Flower Basilica was built in 1929. The cornerstone was laid just days before the stock market crashed. It almost wasn't a basilica built at all because the friars went to Mexico, and during the Mexican Revolution, they were arrested by Pancho Villa. So they fled Mexico and went to Oklahoma City. But the Ku Klux Klan wrote a letter to the bishop and said, if you tried to build that basilica there, at that time shrine, they will burn it down. And so the friars then went to San Antonio. There were artists from Italy that helped design the Gloria. There were artisans from Germany that helped design the bells. Theo Voss designed the ironwork that was very intricate and detailed. One of the gems that we have is a painting. And what's unique about it is her older sister, Celine, actually touched up her face and some of the details of the hands and the angels because she wanted it to look exactly like her sister.
One of the really interesting things about this building is its acoustics. It was designed with hard finishes. We have the Catero marble, we've got the plaster, we've got the arch ceilings, and it soars, and it really embraces the sacred music. The Basilica is really one of the crown jewels of San Antonio in this region, and it's because of its craft, its beauty, the story that it tells.
Well, this basilica has been very, very important to our family for most of my life. It was the cultural center of our neighborhood, ended up being the cultural center of San Antonio.
You go down I-10 and you look this way, and here's this beautiful landmark. It sort of looms up before you, and this is a very important place.
It's not just this community or even San Antonio or the state of Texas or even nationally, it's international. There's a big draw for people to come here and see what the Basilica looks like and who it represents.
So it draws people here because they have a connection not just with the church but with the Carmelite fathers as well.
St. Therese is one of the most popular saints in the Catholic Church from before she became a saint, actually. We're just celebrating the 100th anniversary this year of her canonization. So much about St. Therese's spirituality is contained in her most popular nickname, the Little Flower of Jesus. She says she pondered the tall cedar trees and the beautiful roses, the beautiful lilies, but it reflected how God also created all the little wildflowers of the meadow, and that his merciful love was like the sun that shines on the tallest cedar, the most beautiful rose, but equally shines on all the little flowers of the meadow. She teaches us that we don't have to earn God's love by being extraordinary, that it's God's love that is extraordinary. The shrine, the school, has been an integral part of people's lives. The big moments of life, when a baby is born and baptized, for their weddings. And sometimes people come here during very difficult times in their life.
In 2021, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was a very difficult time for me and for my family.
Just something in me said, we got to go to Little Flower. We have to go to Little Flower.
This basilica is where I did a lot of praying. We did a lot of praying as a family, and I felt those prayers. My faith has been strengthened. His faith has been strengthened. We have put our faith into action here, and I think today was a good example. I lectured, my husband was an usher, my daughter sang in the choir, and my son served as an altar server. And we love it, and we feel at home here. We feel that this is our home.
This church is the nucleus of our family. There's plenty of days that we really discuss where this church is at and what help it needs.
So the undercroft of the Basilica really is in bad shape. We have a lot of water infiltration coming in. We've had water actually seeping in and causing considerable damage within the space. There are areas where it's been going on for a while, and this is the type of problem that if it's not taken care of can lead to more heavy denigration, which include the structural system itself. A lot of important work's already been done. We have the architectural plans, we have the renderings, and we've also have the historic development plan. And now it's time just to get started. It's imperative that we address these issues. This building has lasted 100 years, and we want it for another 100 years. And to do that, an investment needs to be made to sustain its longevity.
I think that it's time that we address the condition that it's in, and we pray that people hear this message and that there's a very beautiful basilica in San Antonio that needs help.
By giving a little, just a little bit, like St. Teresa always said, that little bit of love goes a long way. And if they could all think about a gift to the Basilica and its restoration, they would see so much love come from that gift.
God has lifted up St. Therese and her light, the light of her message. And so my dream is that the Basilica be like that beautiful lampstand from which the light of St. Therese and her message of God's merciful love shine upon our community, our city, and all in the church.